wish upon a star. Makes no difference who you are. Anyone you'd like to hear will come to you. Hello there, this is Taya, and today I have a revised and updated book of Disney's Who's Who, where we look at all of our Disney friends from A to Z, meaning we look at all the Disney and Disney Pixar movies' movie titles in ABC order. Some new characters will pop up, but some of them were forgotten. So, if I get the chance, I'll get the old book and add the characters in it. Okay, ready? Let's open. Here are characters from 101 Dalmatians. We start with Cruella de Vil. Cruella de Vil lives for fur and cannot imagine life without an enormous collection of it. But Cruella is not content to have just any fur. She wants something truly unique, something no one else has, a Dalmatian fur, and she'll go to any lengths to get it. Cruella has a unique look, black hair on one side of her head and white on the other, and can usually be seen in a yellow fur coat that is several sizes too big for her, making her already thin body seem even smaller. Cruella is reckless, acting more on impulse than premeditation, a fact that leads to her ultimate defeat.
Did you know that?
Cruella de Vil was ranked as the American Film Institute's 39th most evil villain. She also often appears in the Forbes list of wealthiest animated characters.
Now you know!
This is Roger Radcliffe. Roger is a songwriter. His goal in life is to create a hit love song. Roger is a bit clumsy and awkward, but he means well and is a good husband to Anita and a good pet to his Dalmatian Pongo. Although he would never do it to her face, Roger enjoys making fun of Anita's friend Cruella de Vil. He has even written a song about her. This is Anita Radcliffe. Anita is the wife of Roger and the pet of a Dalmatian named Perdita. She is also an old school friend of Cruella de Vil's, although she has grown a bit tired of Cruella over the years and has even gone so far as to admit her friend is a bit eccentric. Anita is kind and fun-loving. She enjoys teasing Roger about his songs, but is also incredibly supportive. She knows he is a great songwriter, and she has enough confidence for both of them that he will be a star one day. This is Pongo. Pongo is a Dalmatian. He and his mate Perdita are the proud parents of 15 Dalmatian puppies and the adoptive parents of an additional 84 puppies. Pongo is a romantic. In fact, he is the reason his pet Roger is happily married to Anita. If Pongo hadn't taken it upon himself to help Roger find love, they would both still be bachelors. Pongo is laid back, optimistic, playful, and a bit goofy. He and Roger even share their own silly dance, which they perform whenever they have something to celebrate. But Pongo can be serious too. He has also shown himself to be quite clever and stealthy, traits that helped him rescue his puppies from the evil Cruella de Vil.
Did you know that?
Pongo has 72 spots. Pongo's pet peeve is humans who think they are smarter than dogs.
Now you know!
This is Perdita. Perdita is a well-mannered, elegant lady. Unlike her mate Pongo, who tends to be overly optimistic, Perdita leans toward the negative. She can be very worrisome with her concern, often turning to pessimism. Perdita doesn't handle stress well, preferring to simply avoid hectic, chaotic situations. Her worries aren't always without cause, though, as she seems able to sense danger before it surfaces. In spite of her fears, Perdita is a strong, loving mother. Although a bit of a disciplinarian, she would do anything to protect her puppies and make sure they know they are loved. This is Nanny. Originally hired as a cook and housekeeper, Nanny soon becomes a caretaker of Pongo and Perdita's puppies. Although technically an employee of the Radcliffes, Nanny is a part of the family. She is overjoyed when the puppies arrive and take it particularly hard when they are abducted, blaming their kidnapping on herself. Nanny is incredibly loving but also very stern. She does her best to keep the puppies well cared for. Here are the puppies. This is Patch. More than anything, Patch longs to be a hero. He was the only one to fight back when Cruella's henchmen abducted the puppies. And he even stood up to Jasper when the villain spoke harshly to his brother Lucky. Patch looks up to his father as a role model and idolizes Thunderbolt, the dog star of a popular TV show. He has seen and memorized all 72 episodes of Thunderbolt's show. Patch has a bit of a rivalry with his brother Lucky. The two are always vying for the best spot in front of the TV. In spite of this, Patch is very protective of Lucky. Patch has one black ear, one white ear, and a black patch around his eye. See?
Did you know that?
Patch has 32 spots. He was the only puppy born with black markings. The others were white at birth and developed black spots later.
Now you know.
This is Lucky. Lucky is the weakest of the puppies. No offense. He nearly died when he was born, but Roger managed to revive him. He received his name because Roger and Anita felt that he was lucky to be alive. Lucky is shy and soft-spoken. In fact, he's rarely seen speaking to anyone other than Pongo. In spite of his rivalry with Patch, the two are very close. Both idolize Thunderbolt and wish to be like him. Lucky has a horseshoe-shaped pattern on his back and wears a red collar. This is Rolly. Mischievous and playful, Rolly is one of Pongo and Perdita's 15 puppies. The chubby puppy has an incredible sense of smell. He is always hungry and is happy to follow wherever his appetite may lead. Rolly has 3 spots on each of his ears. Like his brothers, he wears a red collar. Here is Horace Badun. Horace Badun and his brother Jasper are the bumbling thieves hired by Cruella de Vil to kidnap the Dalmatian puppies. Short and fat, Horace loves to eat, particularly sandwiches and cake. In spite of being a bit dim-witted, Horace is rather insightful. He always seems able to correctly guess what Pongo and the puppies are up to, and even points out some black Labradors, suggesting perhaps the puppies disguise themselves. Unfortunately for Horace, no one ever seems to think much of his ideas. This is Jasper Badun. Jasper is the brains behind the dog napping, if he can be said to be the brains behind anything. Jasper does not think the Dalmatians are the intelligent animals Horace believes them to be and often underestimates them. Jasper tends to be a bumbling villain. He's also lazy, preferring to play darts and watch What's My Crime on TV rather than care for the puppies he's kidnapped. Jasper is greedy and agrees to do Cruella's bidding for the money, but he is not without a heart. He balks when she suggests he skin the puppies before the police arrive and is ultimately saved from having to do anything truly terrible when the puppies escape. Here is the Colonel. The Colonel is an old English sheepdog who lives on a farm in the English countryside with his companions, the captain, a horse, and Sergeant Tibbs, a tabby cat. The Colonel is brave and resourceful. He insists on investigating Cruella's home when he hears that the puppies may be there and is instrumental in rescuing them. The Colonel tends to mishear words, thinking that the twilight bark is about spotted puddles rather than spotted puppies. He is also rather forgetful. And this is Sergeant Tibbs. Sergeant Tibbs takes his orders from the Colonel. He does as the Colonel tells him, quickly and without question. Like his commander, Tibbs is brave and resourceful. Although the Colonel goes with him to investigate Cruella's mansion, it's Tibbs who actually goes inside and sneaks the puppies out. In spite of this bravery, Tibbs is easily startled. He is also shown a dislike for creepy old houses. And those are all the characters from 101 Dalmatians. Join me next time and we'll head over to Agrabah to explain characters from Aladdin.